Enjoy signori, Rando qui con voi e quest'oggi siamo qui di nuovo su The Wolf Among Us e come avete visto dal titolo per il finale alternativo. Sì ragazzi, il finale alternativo perché me l'avete detto in tantissimi sotto i commenti dell'ultimo video, diciamo quello finale dove ho deciso di uccidere appunto Crooked Man perché ragazzi veramente non ce l'ho fatta a non farlo. Mi avete detto proviamo a vedere invece, perché ve l'avevo proposto in video, nel gameplay, di non ucciderlo e arrestarlo e vedere cosa succede e cosa dice Biancaneve. Quindi io come sempre cerco di accontentare tutti e poi onestamente, se devo essere onesto e aperto con voi, ho voglia anch'io, sono curioso anch'io di vedere come si sviluppa la storia dopo. Quindi riprendiamo la partita e andiamo dentro a vedere di nuovo Crooked Man, eccolo qua ancora vivo e vegeto ragazzi, avete visto?
You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
Ehi.
This gun holds 6 rounds of... I won't miss next time.
Mamma mia, non scherza,
Before you do anything with
Guardate che abbiamo la faccia incazzata e ci stiamo per trasformare in lupi ancora.
Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
You sure about that?
Yes, I'm quite sure.
È quasi
You
sicuro.
will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Siamo più calmi, dai,
You're not a
l'approccio
killer?
diverso.
Then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. And I don't think I'm being unreasonable. If you decide to do something stupid, like murder me, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself.
Sì, dai, lo so, non girarci intorno, lo so benissimo, l'ho già fatto, ti ho killato, ti ho buttato nel pozzo.
And I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here?
Cosa ti interessa di tutta questa città?
Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
This is about protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders 2 of our people, it's my job to bring them
Non mi
down.
ricordo se avevo risposto a questa cosa o no. Così, in questo modo no.
Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand your obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
Madonna mia, madonna. Raga, non ce la faccio, vi prego. Ok, andiamo.
Have gone rather well.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say?
Questo dico. Madonna, riflessi che ha lui, ragazzi.
Will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she wants to keep you around.
You're under arrest.
You under
trial in
arrest.
front of your peers.
Vediamo
Your
come cambia la
punishment
storia.
will follow.
Ah, abbiamo fatto i professionisti, ragazzi. Ora non mi potete dire niente. Ho salvato la vita di Crooked Man e ora voglio vedere come sarà il finale alternativo. Ma veramente la prima volta io ho preso un atteggiamento aggressivo per tutta la serie. La camera del pozzo delle streghe, appartamenti di lusso. Vedete ragazzi, ma come ci stimeranno. The Crooked Man. Guarda, ecco il telefono puntualmente, ma ogni volta che registro il telefono Ma dammi quel telefono, porco Giuda! No, basta.
It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked
Ma
Man's
sì,
place.
stiamo tranquilli. Usiamo un approccio molto,
I
molto
guess you've
easy,
been
dai.
worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know.
You know.
I'm just
Ma non ti lamentare
glad you made it
sempre.
back in one piece.
È una donna, in fondo è una donna. Cosa vuoi che faccia una
It's
donna? Si
about time
lamenta.
you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get
Those
off?
poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they
You're
have
a
Cioè, sti qua
fucking
sono
crook.
pazzi.
This.
Ragazzi, questi sono
You should be
pazzi.
ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have
Cioè,
your
l'ho
attention?
ammazzato, si sono lamentati.
Thank
Non
you
l'ho
all for
ammazzato,
coming
si
here on
lamentano.
such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister?
Yes.
Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel
No,
now?
Mimo, devo
Is
dire
he
che l'ho
still
ucciso.
out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Non rispondo perché è
Allow
meglio.
me. Justice has already been dispatched. Bigby executed him.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you
Esatto.
still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
Other charges.
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White. Unless you plan to abandon the charter entirely.
Let
Lasciamo
her
finire lei.
finish. Then you can have your say.
Madonna
Got
mia,
it?
volevo ammazzarlo.
If you insist.
Ma non vedete che era meglio
You
allora
are
alla fine, il
charged with the
finale
murder
migliore era
of Faith
ucciderlo?
and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts
Ah,
of
va,
fraud,
dai, buono.
extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And resisting arrest.
Oh, yes. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily. So you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
Lasciamolo
Everyone
parlare,
just
ragazzi.
shut
Faccio
up
come mi
for a
avete
minute.
detto voi stavolta.
You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government, and most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Madonna.
Where it fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to let
is
him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
È ridicolo comunque, ragazzi. Ditemi quello che volete, ma io,
You
secondo
have
me,
the
ho fatto
floor.
da Dio a ucciderlo nella prima.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I
Scelta.
don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
Ragazzi, non è vero
Give
questo.
me a break. You're so full of shit.
Well, I thought we could discuss this like civilized people. But apparently
For
that
fuck's
isn't going
sake.
to happen.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Infatti, lui sta mistificando la realtà, ragazzi. Non so se avete capito.
And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in. They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you?
Però questo c'ha un modo di parlare.
You might even give up
Madonna.
an innocent man, just to save someone.
I think you're done talking.
What are you afraid of? Why not let an old man say his piece? Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yeah.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for
Madonna,
herself.
questo è
And
malato,
what
dai.
did they do?
They burned my tree to ashes.
What?
You burned it down?
You see?
Why would you do that?
There's more to this than they're saying, okay? It was necessary to keep this town safe. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man.
What choice did I have?
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being
Madonna
too
mia.
soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you.
Madonna mia. Quasi ormai siamo colpevoli noi, ragazzi. Ma vi rendete conto dove siamo finiti?
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
We didn't get you into this situation. He did.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help. And he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over.
Che bello
And
questo
those girls
momento,
will have
ragazzi.
their
Dai,
justice.
ne valsa la pena. Alla fine abbiamo fatto capire chi è il giusto e chi è lo sbagliato, porca vacca. Il bene trionferà! Yeah!
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murders.
was working for you. Bigby got a
A
confession
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just need...
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit! Georgie killed him.
Let me just make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course! Where are you going with this?
Dove vuoi arrivare?
Well,
Voglio
by that
capire.
logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer.
Doesn't it?
What happened with Tweedledum wasn't Snow's fault. If you all want to blame someone, blame me. She had nothing to do with it.
Esatto.
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Now, where
internally.
have I heard that before? How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What?
You're the one on trial here. Don't try to turn this around on us.
Besides,
Madonna
Crane
mia.
was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny?
No, questo
Without
è
me,
pazzo.
who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Oh mamma, una rissa. Che poi secondo me, ragazzi... Vabbè, non parlo perché
I
ci
wanted
sono
to make
troppi
sure I had the
dialoghi.
chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't know
Just
what
shut
it-
up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
Madonna mia.
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa!
your-
My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He
Avete
made
visto?
Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Grande Nerissa.
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after
Madonna
this.
mia,
I
potrei.
could always rip your arms off first. Would you enjoy that?
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been
I
enough
don't care.
bloodshed
So we get rid of him.
Dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
Raga, mo
What do
che
you
cazzo
think this
faccio?
is?
Everyone, calm down.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
È
Do you
l'unica.
really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
No, non posso decidere.
This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Raga, io non lo so. Io vi dico che fermo il video, non lo so, e è finita qua la serie.
Yes.
Ciao ragazzi, bella a tutti. No, scherzo, cosa faccio?
Teach him a
Madonna!
fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
Ragazzi, lo rinchiudiamo.
Fucking get rid of him.
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
Oh cazzo! Oh cazzo, non ci credo! No, mi butta giù! Cazzo! Allora non mi ha dato per niente.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can...
Ragazzi, alla fine ho deciso di rinchiudere, non ci credo. Guarda, non è da me, ve lo dico, eh. Sto facendo un finale alternativo.
Keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you
After
can't be
what he's
serious.
done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right, do it.
E così è la fine, giusto? No? Ragazzi, io ho fatto il finale diverso. Gli avrei potuto strappare la testa o buttarlo nel pozzo. Avrebbe meritato di morire la prima volta, quando la prima scelta che ho fatto secondo me era la migliore. Quindi è così, è così. Penso che qua adesso sia tutto uguale. Adesso vediamo un attimo e poi chiudo il video, che è durato parecchio, ragazzi. Comunque i dialoghi sono tanti. È diverso, perché è bellissimo, perché è diverso. Vedete, vedete? Cioè, qual è la
Not what I
strega?
was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's
Ma
got
non
a
ci-
sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted.
Ma non ci credo,
Thanks,
ma...
Greenleaf.
Don't forget this the next time your deputy mayor gets an itch to destroy my worldly possessions.
Va bene, basta.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off?
Un corvo è
Leaving for the farm in
diventato.
a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay. Great.
Ok. Perfetto, ragazzi. Questo punto è rimasto, rimane, diciamo, tutto uguale. Quindi abbiamo fatto trasformare. Ma che italiano è? Madonna. Abbiamo deciso di salvare, appunto, Crooked Man e non buttarlo dentro il pozzo, ma bensì salvarlo, e alla fine l'abbiamo messo in gabbia e è stato trasformato dalla strega in un corvo. Quindi, ragazzi, io vi invito ancora a lasciarmi un commentino per dirmi cosa ne pensate, comunque argomentare, dimmi quello che volete, un bel pollice in su per il finale reale, veramente, di questa meravigliosa avventura insieme a voi. A questo punto non vi detto più, penso che per questo episodio possa bastare. Da Random e The Wolf Among Us è davvero tutto. Enjoy, ragazzi!